Boker Tov Yeladim.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Alrighty, has everybody had a good couple of days off? All right, it's time to get back to study. It's time for school, getting things ready and learning things, and got our regular crew here. Wow, it's Ariel and Tiffany. You guys are gonna hang out with us for theology?
See, right now we're just for our first week. We're just doing orientation. And since I'm starting high school, I'm going through my classes. But next week, I think I'm gonna have to. It
Here, give
depends
us a
on what.
schedule next
Yes.
week.
Next week it depends on the schedule. I know I have Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have classes at 9, but I'm not sure if my classes start early on Wednesday or Wednesday.
Alrighty, well, we're happy to see you at least for today. Miss Tiffany starting high school. You guys could start us off in prayer then. Tiffany's going to start us off in prayer, and you guys are going to do the Shema, and then Tiffany's going to see if she remembers the 10 Commandments.
Thank you, Yehovah, for another day you've given all of us. Thank you for allowing us to wake up, and thank you for allowing us to start school, and to allow us to learn what we have to learn in school, and and to learn in theology class, and to allow us to use what we learn in theology for everyday life. In Yeshua's name, I pray. Amen.
Shema Yisrael, Yehovah Eloheinu, Yehovah Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod, Malkuto, Leolam Vaye. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one God.
All right. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. You shall have no other idols before me. You shall not make any other idols before me. Do not use the Lord's name in vain. Keep the Shabbat holy. Honor your mother and father. Do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not lie. And do not covet.
All right, good job there, Miss Tiffany. It's good that you can remember the 10 Commandments. All righty. All right, we're starting Parasha number 34. It'll be a shortened week, just today and tomorrow. All right, so we're starting Parasha number 34. We're starting the book of Bamidbar, the book of Numbers, chapter 1 through chapter 4. And we're learning how to be the boss, like a boss. All right. Benjamin, I guess Arlene and Aria with their pagan father.
Yeah.
All right. Let's read verse 16 nice and loud there, Benjamin.
Okay. Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the Cohen, is to be responsible for the oil for the light, the fragrant incense, the continuing grain offering, and the atoning oil. He is to be in charge of the entire tabernacle and everything in it, including the sanctuary and its furnishings.
Thank you, Benjamin. All right. Well, we're going to start learning the next couple days is about being the boss. Okay. Let's see. Lev, what told you I was going to ask you hard questions today. Okay, Eleazar, how to be the boss. What does being the boss include, Lev?
What it includes is, are you faithful? Faithful. Why faithful is because to make sure you don't lie when someone is asking for something. And
That's what being the boss is. But everybody's not supposed to lie, except if you're a Democrat.
It means like what includes to be a boss. It only is on a boss right now. We're not talking about other people. A boss is like someone who like has to tell people what to do.
Okay, a boss has to tell people what to do. All right. Let's see. Yeshua, what's the boss's job? Yeshua?
To give orders.
Give orders like what? Like how does the boss know what orders to give?
Like sort of like people that like will give you orders and do this, clean the floor, like a pirate.
Like a what?
Like a pirate.
What do you mean like a pilot?
The captain says to like clean the floor of the ship. While the others do the anchor and pirate. Yeah, the captain is the boss.
Okay, that was pretty good, Yeshua. That was pretty good, Benjamin. Benjamin?
A boss has to be responsible. So the boss is if he gives orders to other people to do things around, like in stores. There's always a boss to tell the manager what to do, and then the manager will tell all the other workers what to do.
Does the boss have to know how to do all these jobs, Benjamin?
Yeah, if they ever need help, if the manager can't do it, then the boss has to know how to do things, because then they can help them do it. They can teach them how to do it.
Okay. All right, very good, guys. Okay, I'm going to go back to the scripture to see what Eliezer had to do. Eliezer, the son of Aaron the Cohen, is to be responsible for the oil for the light. Okay, now we're going to go a little bit to our vocabulary again. Okay. Ali Mae, what? Give me a good definition for what responsibility is.
Responsibility is when you like you have things that you have to do, like so you have to be you have to be well behaved and manner of speaking. So like and you have to be respectful of other people.
That's part of responsibility, being respectful.
Yeah. Like if you're being if you have if you're being responsible, you have to be behaved and respectful to people.
Okay. Mia, what is a good definition of responsible or responsibility?
To be responsible is that you have an obligation to do, which is you have a job here. As Elazar is the boss, is pretty much the boss right now here. He's responsible for the oil for the light. This means that it's his job to light the menorah. And actually, in other words, keep the menorah burning because it's never to go out. So being responsible would be he's responsible, or he has a job over the oil for the light. It's his job, and that he's the one who's going to be responsible if he doesn't do it. it will be his fault if the menorah goes out.
Okay, so it's his job to light the menorah. Benjamin's got his hand up. Benjamin.
Responsibility is like for Eliezer. Well, Eliezer's he's in charge right now. But so if anything goes wrong, that's his responsibility. Like if the fragrant incense, if he fails that, that's his responsibility. If he does something wrong, it's his responsibility to do it. He has to do it all over again.
And what happens if he fails? If he doesn't make the fragrant incense correct, what happens?
God will punish him.
God will punish him if he doesn't do his job correctly.
Exactly.
Okay, Allie Mae.
If he doesn't do his job correctly, he'll die.
He doesn't do his job correctly, he'll die. Very interesting thing, don't you think, Allie Mae? Okay. All right, let's see. Tiffany, now you're starting high school. What's your responsibility, Miss Tiffany, being a fresh person? Oh, you were fresh for years. Now you're a fresh man. You got an attitude. This can call Tiffany Miss Attitude.
I mean, okay, if you want to call me that, okay. I mean, the to have responsibility is to do something. The ability to act independently without someone of high authority watching over you or telling you to do something. You're in control of the situation, and you take thought for anything that bad happens. So it's like at home, Ariel's responsibility would be to take out the trash, and my responsibility will be to wash the dishes.
Okay, what else? What other responsibility have you starting today?
Well, as of today, depending on schoolwork, I have to turn in my assignments that are due today. Like if I have an assignment due at 5, I shouldn't just send it in on 5 because that's the timeline. I should send it in early when I finished it.
Okay, so you have jobs that you have to do for school. What about you, Ariel? What type of responsibility do you have?
Like they said, to tear out the trash, like vacuum this area, and to do my schoolwork, making sure that I'm doing well.
What kind of schoolwork do you got to do?
Math, the stuff that K-12 gives me, assigns
What?
me every day.
Say that again?
If the stuff that K-12 assigns me and every day, so that it's like my obligation to do it, or if not, I'll be behind.
Well, like what subjects do you got to do?
Algebra 2, well, yeah, math, science, business at the moment. That's about it so far. Well, I haven't checked the schedule, but that's about it.
Now, with this K-12 thing, do you go online and see what your assignments are? Do they send it in an email? What goes on?
It's like an online cyber school. Like they send you your things, like the books and stuff, like the computer to your house.
They send a computer to your house?
Yeah,
Like a laptop?
yeah,
And then you log in through this laptop?
yes. And you get and it gives you your assignments on what to do for the day.
And you just have to get them done by the end of the day?
No, there's like this, like there's like this time you have to get it done, but usually you can just do it. You'll get it done before that time, so that you won't have anything piled up on the next day.
Okay, so what happens if you don't do your job?
Everything just gets piled up, and you don't end up passing the school year.
Okay. All right. That's so we're talking about responsibility, everybody. This is a very good thing because we have to be responsible for our jobs. And Ben said something very interesting that if Eleazar or Eleazar didn't do his job correctly, or Allie Mae, I think, said it, that he would die. Lev, what happens if you don't do your job? What's your responsibility? Because you said you hate school.
Right. Well, I have to do it anyway. One of my responsibilities is drying the dishes, which I don't like to dry. And second, watching Asher sometimes and vacuuming sometimes and doing my bed all the time. Not sometimes. I have to do it all the time. And also cleaning the living room or washing my cat's bowl. The cat's bowl.
Okay, so what's schoolwork do you have to do today? You guys got your schedule done yet?
Not yet.
So you're not starting school. You're not doing your school. So what type of subject do you normally have to do? Like what last year? What was your schedule like?
Oh.
What subjects do you do? Did you do last year?
I did pretty much all of them.
What subjects?
Say it.
Say your subjects.
I
Did you have cooking class?
No.
Well, that was one of my subjects. Home economics, it was called.
I do language arts, I do science, I did math, and I did history.
Okay.
I still have like a bunch of experiments to do and all that stuff.
Hey, don't blow up the house. Okay. So everybody, what we're looking at is responsibility. Each one of us. Well, I didn't talk to Leia yet this morning. Leia, give me your definition of responsibility or responsible.
Responsibility is when you, like for Eliezer, he's supposed to light put oil for the light, and if he doesn't, he's responsible for his actions and the consequences that come for not lighting for not put for the oil for the light.
Okay. Do you think he was trained to do this responsibility, or God just said, "Here, do this"?
No, he was trained. Yeah, he was trained.
Why do you need training, Leia?
So you know how to do the job right. Like you're not gonna go into a factory where there's a bunch of machines and not know how to use it. They're gonna teach you how to use the machine.
What other responsibility did Eliezer have here, Leia?
Continuing the grain offering and the anointing oil.
Do you know how to do a grain offering in the tabernacle? Do you know how that happens?
No, because I wasn't trained to do that.
Okay. All right, everybody. What we're learning here this week, and it's good how the Lord Jehovah lines up everything here, is because we're starting our school. The secular school year has started. Sometimes in homeschooling you start earlier because you take breaks for the fall holy days. So sometimes some families start in August, okay, because in September or October we take our breaks, or where the public school system doesn't. But the Lord leads us to this really good parasha for this week, is learning our responsibilities. Now, Allie Mae said something really very interesting that we're going to look at a little bit. That Eleazar, if he didn't do his job right, he would die. Or Eleazar. Okay, it all depends how you want to say it. All right. Your job is to be like a Cohen, but for your own lives. Because if you don't learn to do your job right, or if you hate school, then you're going to be nothing. You're going to depend on the government. And the government, when you depend on the government, you're depending on Satan. Okay? God's people are supposed to be independent and responsible. So Eleazar, son of Aaron the Cohen, he's responsible for the light, fragrant incense, the continuing grain offering, and the anointing oil. Then there's even more to his job because as you grow up and you want to get a good job and you want to get good pay and you want to buy nice houses, nice clothing, nice places to live, a nice car. These things require money. Okay, if you want to live in a safe neighborhood, or if you want to buy a nice house with some land on it, or even if not even, but let's say you want to become a farmer, let's say you want to work the land, you still have to learn how to plant. Okay, what seeds can be planted next to one another, how far the seed needs to go into the ground when you're planting it. Okay, so all these things you're learning in school. You're learning your mathematics, you're learning your language arts, you're learning your science, you learn all these different things. So then Eleazar, he was elevated even higher. He said he is to be in charge of the entire tabernacle. So let's think about that for a second. Then, now the Mishkan, the tabernacle, was something that was portable. So what things do you think he had to oversee? What parts of the tabernacle is there that he had to know how to do?
So he didn't know how to do.
Speak up.
I know. Wait. Uh. The Holy of Holies.
Okay, what else was a part of the tabernacle? What else? He's just gotta just put the Holy of Holies up?
No, he has to. The courtyard outside.
Okay. What's the court? How do you put a courtyard up?
You have to put you have to you have to you have to put like a fence around.
A green one?
A what?
A green one? Like I like green fences. A wood fence?
Like a fence that's like white all around it.
A
It's like
white fence.
it has wood.
So how do you put this white wood fence up?
You use the wood. You put the wood in the ground, and then you start doing all that wood one by one around like a courtyard around, and then you put like a fence on it, and then you put it's like a fence.
And that's what they did for 40 years in the desert? So is did they live in one place?
Well, no, they lived in a lot of places, so they had to build a lot of tabernacles.
Okay. Yeshua. Yeshua. Can you tell me some parts of the tabernacle that Eleazar was in charge of?
The Mishkan was part. Yeah.
What do you think it is?
The wash basin
Where does the wash basin go? In the bathroom?
No, outside.
Outside what? Outside the bathroom?
Outside the tabernacle.
The wash basin's outside the tabernacle?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You sure? Know what's outside?
Hi, Nana.
Say hi, Mama.
You got your big wig on today.
Okay, so ready to wash it.
The wash basin is
And we're putting in the water.
Okay, let's see. Tiffany, tell me some things about the tabernacle. Like what, Eleazar is in charge of the entire tabernacle. What things are in the tabernacle?
Oh, the things. All right, sorry. The things in the tabernacle would be, you have you have the menorah, and then you have the bread offering, which I'm trying to remember. You have the bread offering, and then you have the incense. The incense. I can't pronounce the word. The which that
Incense.
incense, which is the smoke, because you're not allowed to see. They're not allowed to see Jehovah's glory, and then you have the menorah. So he has to make sure the bread is made and it's there every day. Since he's in charge of everyone, he's probably not the one making. Well, is he the one making it?
No, he's not the one making it.
He's not the one making it, but he has to make sure the people who are making it, they have it ready and prepared. He has to make sure people are keeping the menorah lit.
Where does the menorah go? Like, does it go inside or outside the fence?
It's inside the tent.
Inside of what tent?
It's I think it's beside I think it's opposite where the table where the bread is supposed to go.
And where do they go in this Mishkan?
Okay, I know the most holy place is basically where basically Jehovah stands. So it's outside there, but I don't know what's that part called.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna get fired from your job.
I know, but I don't know. I know you have the outside, then you have the inside. I think that's the holy place. That's just the holy place. And then you have the most holy place.
Okay, where's the most holy place located?
All the way on the left. So basically it's near the end.
On the left. Who's left?
It's all the way in the back, all right? It's all the way in the back.
Is it in the back or is it on the left?
It's on the back left, all right? It's on the back left. But I guess I don't know. I'm just going by how I'm picturing it. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure how it's gonna look and when it was set up. So my guess is it's in the back, and then you have the holiest place, which you have the bread offering, tabernacle, and then the incense offering, and then you have outside, which has the water basin, and then the altar.
So wait, so we got a water basin and the altar, and then well, how do people know to stay away from all this? Is there something that
Yeah, they had a fence surrounding it, and because I guess you can see the fire coming out of the altar, that too.
well, fire usually draws people closer. Somebody's barbecuing, doesn't all the men always come all around it, right?
I mean that's true, but
That's
they had a fence. I remember they had a fence surrounding it, so that no one else.
What color was the fence?
White.
It was a white fence.
I know they had like a gate. I think in front of it. You can guess like a gate in front of it.
Where's the gate? On the left or right or center or north?
It's
South?
in the front. It's purple. I'm remembering. I'm trying to. My brain's going through all the pictures that I saw.
Ariel, help. Are you any help over there? What color's the fence?
A fence color? Brown?
Brown?
Don't most fences are brown nowadays? Brown, black, white?
So they went to Home Depot or Lowe's to go get a fence?
No, there was
It's
no.
white. I remember. It was white. And it had like poles sticking up on it so they could keep it holding up.
This is why the temple was much better.
The temple was much better.
Yeah, it was one color.
Are you sure?
Except for the inside.
All right, Lev is raising her hand. Lev? Tiffany has totally confused me. She's got fired. We're going to fire her. She's on Facebook too much.
You're fired.
You're fired.
Well, the things in the tabernacle are the incense altar. I know I might get this mixed up, but I do know all of them though. Bronze altar, basin, the wash basin, the menorah, the Ark of the Covenant, the showbread table, the
Missing one piece.
You're not going to be the boss.
I'm just missing one more. I'm not sure which one is it.
What about this fence? Ariel's saying it's
Incense
brown.
Incense altar.
What about the fence around it?
The fence around it is a white linen fence.
What about the door?
The door is blue, purple, and scarlet.
Just the door?
Mm-hmm. And which door?
The door is in front of the tabernacle.
Doesn't have a back door?
Nope.
So how do you know where to put the front door?
In the front, because how are you going to get out?
The front of the tabernacle.
The front of the tabernacle.
What?
If you put a door on the back of the tabernacle,
No.
how are you going to get out if there's white linen in front of you? Cut the linen open?
Well, how does the linen stay up? And is it really white or is there other colors?
There's like fence posts there that keep them on.
What are the fence posts made of?
Acacia wood?
Occasional wood?
Acacia wood.
Acacia wood.
Where did they get that?
Egypt.
Egypt?
Yeah, because when the plagues were done, the Egyptians just were like, get out and take all our stuff. They were like basically done with them.
So
And they were like saying, take as much as you want and all that stuff.
so somebody would take some wood?
Yeah, because God told them he was gonna live with them.
So everybody took like 10 poles each?
No, I'm pretty sure there was more than that. Like more poles that had to be put around it, because I'm pretty sure the courtyard was really big.
How big was it?
I'm not sure, like
We're gonna fire you.
I'm not sure how many like if it's yards or feet. I'm pretty sure it would be 3 yards, I guess.
It
No,
was measuring cubits.
cubits.
It was measuring cubits.
3 cubits, I guess. No. Just saying.
So how do I know where the front goes? Eliezer, where do I know where the front goes?
It's in the front of the tabernacle.
Well, you're putting it up, so how do you know where it's supposed to be the front and not the back? We're firing you.
No, it's in the entrance of the tabernacle.
Right, but which direction does it go? Left, right, north, south, east, west?
I think so. The
Eliezer, we're gonna fire you.
I don't know what ways yet. I only know
All right, let me see. Let's see if Allie Mae can help us out. Allie Mae, big long hair. She's got her hair all wigged out today. Wait, it's new school year. We haven't done this today. Everybody do the Allie Mae. Oh, stretch. Sheva, stretch. Ellie, Sheva, stretch. Stretch. All right, let's see. Allie Mae, can you help me out here? Lev got me thoroughly confused. She thinks that we got a white fence. Ariel's thinking a brown fence. Help me out here, Allie Mae. AMR radio.
So, Lev and me are right about the fence. It is white linen.
You
But,
sure?
yeah.
I thought it had 3 colors. The whole fence, all the way around.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So what else about how does this fence stay up?
Because it's held up by the fence posts. Like they're made out of acacia wood, and it's like I think they're like glued to it or nailed to it.
Nailed to it?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Anything else in this tabernacle of yours?
Yeah. There's the wash basin and the incense table or whatever it is. The incense table and the showbread table. And the menorah.
Anything else? Do they just go anywhere?
No, the menorah goes in the tabernacle. Like in
Anywhere? We just place it anywhere we like?
no.
We're gonna fire you. Remember, you're gonna die if you put it in the wrong spot. Dead, dead. Kill you dead, Ellie Mae.
It goes in the Holy of Holies.
Where's the Holy of Holies go?
All the way at the back of the tabernacle.
Which direction would that be? Where's the back and where's the front?
The back is south and the front is north.
You sure?
Yes.
Positive?
Yep.
And you thinking the fence is still white?
Yes.
You sure? Is the fence white?
Yes.
Are we gonna fire Ellie Mae and throw her into the fire? Pinky, hi Pinky.
I say this.
What are you saying?
That the wash basin goes on the front And the altar also. So the fence is white. The fence is not white.
It's not white or is white?
It's white.
You sure it's white?
Yes.
Positive?
Yes.
We're gonna fire you.
No.
Mia?
Fire you.
Close they have that.
Gonna fire me? Okay, I'm gonna retire. Mia?
Okay, so to name the parts of the tabernacle, it's going to be, so you're on the outside, the very, very outside of the tabernacle, even outside the courtyard. You go through the entrance of the courtyard, which is scarlet, blue, and purple. Just the entrance door.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's stop there.
Huh?
Stop there. Get your Bible. Turn to Shemot 26. Shemot 26.
I'm right about the fence, the thing. Okay. Okay, got it.
Okay, read the first 13 verses.
First 13 verses. Make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of finely twisted linen and blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, with carving worked into them by a skilled craftsman. All the curtains are to be the same size, 28 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. Join 5 of the curtains together and do the same with the other 5. Make the loops of blue material along the edge of the end curtain in one set, and do the same with the end curtain in the other set. Make 50 loops on one curtain and 50 loops on the end curtain of the other set, with the loops opposite each other. Then make 50 gold clasps and use them to fasten the curtains together so that the tabernacle is a unit. Make curtains of goat hair for the tent all over the tabernacle, 11 altogether. All 11 curtains are to be the same size, 30 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. Join 5 of the curtains together into one set and the other 6 into another set. Fold the 6th curtain double at the front of the tent. Make 50 loops along the edge of the tent of the end curtain in one set, and also along the edge of the end curtain in the other set. Then make 50 bronze clasps and put them in the loops to fasten the tent together as a unit. As for the additional length of the 10 curtains, the half curtain that is left over is to hang down at the rear of the tabernacle. The 10 curtains will be a cubit longer on both sides. What is left will hang over the side of the tabernacle so as to cover it.
Okay, so is that just the entrance or is that the whole tabernacle, the Mishkan, the fence?
No, it's okay. Wait a minute. It says,
Jump down to verse 36.
verse 36. For the entrance to the tent, make a curtain.
Okay, pause. So what's the difference between what you read and what you just read now?
Okay, well, what I just read was just the entrance of the tent, like the inner tent. Well, the rest is showing the structure of the outside of the tent, and then showing also this just shows the outside of the tent.
So the beginning of chapter 26 is what?
It shows the outside of the tent. Like first the inside before the ram skins.
So in 26, 1, we're talking about the whole tabernacle, correct?
Yes, just the tent.
No, the curtains. Tabernacle 10 sheets. tabernacle is a mishkan. It's the whole thing. 42 feet. You go back up to verse 2. Each one is 42 feet long and 6 feet wide, correct?
Yeah.
Pretty big, correct?
Yes.
And then when we jump down to verse 36, we have a different thing that we're building, correct?
Right.
Because it says something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then jump to chapter 27, verse 16.
For the entrance to the courtyard, provide a curtain 20 cubits long of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely twisted linen.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
Chapter 27.
Yeah, I'm reading that. Chapter 27, verse 16. For the entrance to the courtyard, provide a curtain 20 cubits long of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely twisted linen, the work of an embroiderer with 4 posts and 4 bases.
Hold on a second, because I think you're reading the wrong verse. 27:16, Shemot 27:16 says, for the gateway of the courtyard. 27:16.
Yeah, I'm on that. It's just I'm using a different version right now.
I'm looking at the CJB.
Yeah, I'm looking at a different version right now because this is the nearest one, nearest Bible I've got right now.
Okay.
Well,
all right. So, do we have 3 different things there?
3 different things. You mean the like the colors?
No, we had 3 different areas that we're building, right?
Yes.
So is the tabernacle fence all the way around? Is that white?
No.
It's what colors?
It's blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and finely twisted linen. But it says for the entrance. The entrance to the courtyard.
The entrance is different. There's another set of instructions for the entrance, correct?
Right.
So that meant the first part of chapter 26 is about the tabernacle, about the whole tabernacle, correct? You're going to make the tabernacle 10 sheets of finely woven linen. Verse 1, blue, purple, and scarlet yarn. Okay? Then it goes into how you're supposed to make these pretty big sheets, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what else is in the tabernacle, Mia? If you were in Eleazar, what else do you have to be in charge of? How does the fence go up? What's being held up?
What's being held up is for the courtyard would be the fence posts that go all around it.
Okay.
And the sheets
How do those fence posts stay up?
they're in the ground. But also is that the cloth all around is held up by some silver sockets, kind of like hooks, holding on to the outside.
Okay. And are they held up? What else holds the bar to the peg?
It's a okay. Well, from the wall to the sheet of linen or whatever, of the fabric holding it onto the stick, the fence post would be a silver socket, which is molded on there, which will be holding onto the fabric.
Okay. So then can you put the tabernacle up in any direction you wish? Does the opening go in a certain direction?
Yeah, it does go in a certain direction. It's in the direction that God wants it to be.
And do you know that direction?
No.
Okay. Do things have a certain position that they're supposed to go into in the Mishkan?
A certain position? There is a certain position that the Mishkan has to be at.
Okay. Do you know the position when you walk in? What's first when you walk into the tabernacle, the Mishkan?
Yeah. When you first go into the gate to the courtyard, first there's the bronze altar, and then as you keep walking forward, comes the wash basin. Then once you get into like the tent, Then then on the one side, on the right, there is the showbread table. On the left, there's a menorah that's to be constantly burning. And right in front of the parachet, in other words, the veil before the ark, is the incense altar. So once you go past the veil, then there's the ark.
So did the altar, is that one gigantic altar, or is it in parts?
The bronze altar, yeah, it's I think, yeah, it's in parts. Like it was in parts when it was made.
And then the parts get put together.
Yeah, when it was made, and then it's just all together.
Does it get taken apart to move, or it just moves in one piece?
I think it moves in one piece because it has the two carrying poles. So that means that,
Bronze altar?
yeah, I think so. I think it was. Yeah, because I remember God says, don't take the poles out of the rings on the sides of the altar or any of the things that have like the poles there.
What about the Ark of the Covenant? Does it move openly, or does it get put in a box or something?
It's moved, but it has something covering it because no one's supposed to see it. And likewise, not the poles are not to be taken out. I think the ark is covered with the veil, the curtain in between the incense altar and the ark. That veil, in other words, the parachet, covers the ark because it's not to be seen openly, and is to be carried by its poles.
Okay, let's see. Leah, how does the ark go together? What goes up first?
I think what goes up first is the fence
Why?
because that's like I don't know.
Why I don't know.
Well, that's
You're
what I
fired. Huh?
huh?
You're fired.
I know.
The boys can't say I don't know.
All right. The fence because that's that's what you have to put around for in order to put like the holy place in the holy of holies. Yeah.
What goes in the Holy of Holies?
The holy of holies goes that I don't know. I forgot what it's called, but it's a box and oh yeah, the covenant, right? I don't know. I forgot.
You're
But
fired.
inside it is the staff, the two tablets. What else?
What, the tablets of Motrin or something?
No, two tablets, which is the Ten Commandments, and the staff. I think it's Moshe's staff or Aaron's staff. One of those. And
You don't
there's
know whose staff it is?
no.
I think it's most.
Leia, how long have you been coming to Beth Colleen?
I just forgot whose staff it is. I think 3 years.
No,
I don't know.
because we
Is it
got
Benjamin's staff?
No. Benjamin's staff would be broken.
Naftali's staff?
No, I think it's
Moses.
Moshe's staff, right?
Moishe's staff?
Aaron? I'm thinking Aaron. I don't know. I don't know whose staff it is. And
Why is his staff in there? Why is somebody's staff in there? Why is Bob's staff in there?
because Bob misplaced it.
Bob lost it, so that's the lost and found area?
Yeah. I'm just joking. I don't know.
I don't know, guys. We're going to have to fire a lot of you guys. Tiffany, help me out here in the last couple of minutes here before I run out of battery.
Okay, so I finally got my brain together because I was right when I said everything. I don't know why you were making me doubt myself.
But outside, like the curtain, like I said, it was white. It was white linen. Then you had the poles that had a
But it's
center.
not white linen.
Well, it's goat, made out of goat hair. There we go. Because we went to the chapter, I saw the word goat, so my guess is made out of goat hair.
No, it's made of linen, but then they made it colors. We just read it. Were you not
Well,
listening? We're talking to Aryo.
What? It said white. That's what I said. That's what I heard. I heard goat too.
What did it say in Shemot 26?
Hold on, I gotta open it now again.
What color is blue?
No, not the, no, not the curtain. Stop. Look, I can't concentrate. Not the curtain. I'm talking about like the fence things that's surrounding it. I wasn't talking about the curtain.
Okay, so okay, so we'll go over
Okay,
the fence.
you have the outer courtyard, which is the first thing you see when the Kohanim enter the entrance gate, is the altar of burnt offerings. That's the first thing that's there. And then they have the water basin, because then they're going to enter the Holy of Holies, which is separated by a door. And then inside the Holy of Holies, you have the table showbread, which is the bread, and then right beside it, across from it, you have the menorah. And then you have the altar of incense, which because you can't see God's Jehovah's glory, so it's usually lit up. Then you have the veil, and then you go into the Holy of Holies, which is on the west side because it's the rear of the tabernacle, which is the Ark of the Covenant. Leah.
Whew. Man, we're gonna have to fire a lot of you guys. All right, very good class. All right, so the reason we're talking about that, all this today, and having some fun, but I want you guys to learn the tabernacle. I mean, Reverend Kelly, if she was listening, would be pulling out her hair from under her head covering. I know she went over this, but I know there's tabernacles, mishkans in the Sora ministry. And what's the outside of the fence look like, Lev? They're right in the classroom. All right? All right. You got to learn how to be bosses, and bosses need to know everybody's job and how things get put together. Okay? It's very important. So, what we're going to be learning this week is about being the boss. Okay? And your responsibility is to do your schoolwork. Okay? Because you can't say, I hate schoolwork, I hate school, or I don't want to learn. If you don't want to learn, you're going to be a dummy the rest of your life because you need an education. Without an education, knowledge is power, and I like power. Okay? All right. We've come to the end of our class. Woo! Jiminy Crickets. What a class today. All right. Let's see. All right. Let me get you all on my screen. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10. Lev,
9.
you got it. End us in prayer.
Go. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Thank you for everything. Thank you for what you have given us and to help us to learn today and help us to finish our schoolwork to help our moms today and be helpful. And in Yeshua's name, Amen.
Amen. Shalom, chickens. Have a great day.